Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Annalisa and I'm doing a pick a card reading for you today to explore a particular situation that you're in. So it's going to be looking at what the purpose of the situation is, what you're going to be letting go of, what needs to be left behind, and what you're growing into, what you're expanding into. So it's to give you this overview or insight or help you explore what the potential bigger purpose and divine purpose of the situation you're in is, so you can move forward with it. So I have 4 groups for you to choose from, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can choose the object. We've got a shell, a bell, a bird, and a little person, little kind of, oh, it's a bell as well, I didn't realise. I'm at a friend's house and so I'm kind of playing with their things here, so thanks guys if you're watching. So yeah, tune in. If you feel like instantly you know which one, you can follow the timestamp and go straight there. If you need a bit more time, then I suggest breathing in, breathing out, and just allowing, like emptying your mind, just clearing a blank space, and then just allowing a number or one of the objects or something just to come into your mind space, or just to feel. If you close your eyes and then slowly open them and just feel where your eyes are drawn to as well, that can be a really way to tune in, really good way to tune in. So yeah, choose your pile and we'll get started. Okay, group number 1. Let's have a look and see what is going on for you. So we have, I'll go through the cards as they come out and then I'll give you the overall reading. We've got the Spear of the Guru Mother from the Crystal Mandala Oracle, and this is Goddess Durga and Hematite crystal. We have the Demon from the Dream cards. And we have the Owl from the Wisdom of Avalon, which is about deception and wisdom. And then I have 3 tarot for you as well. The 2 of Wands, the Devil, and the 10 of Cups. And then we have from the Kuan Yin Oracle, Shining Lotus. And then from Divine Masters, Commander Ashtar, Call to Action. Indy from the Fairy Oracle, as well as the Fairy who was kissed by the Pixies from the Fairy Oracle. Okay. Okay, so the reason the situation is coming up for you now is it's to do with being on the straight and narrow. So it's like you're in a situation where you're having to keep your keep alignment with your, what's the word, values, like being really aware of your core values, your the essence of your like virtues. So there may be situations going on around you where you are being kind of pushed and pulled a little bit about what is true and what feels right and feels sincere and honest for who you are as a person. Excuse me. The Spirit of the Guru Mother is very much about being supported by the universe in the direction that you need to travel. So there is a specific route that Spirit wants you to take at the moment, and you're being guided towards that. And if you can surrender yourself a little bit, you can allow that to happen. And if you're uncertain about which way you need to be going, it's about where can you move? What is the space you can expand into? What are the steps I can take? And feeling that Yeah, and then feeling that also from your heart center. So really being aware of acting from a space of love. You know, you can have this question, where am I acting from? Am I acting from love or from fear? And you're being asked always to choose to act from love. Okay, and at the moment it's particularly important for you because you may be in situations where there are other influences going on. These could be internal or external. So because we've got the demon card and we also have the devil card from the tarot. So the devil is a type of demon, essentially. The devil is the what's like the opposite of God. That's the kind of idea of who the devil is. But a demon is generally these kind of shadow beings or spirits that are bringing in these opportunities for temptation, for being drawn off the path, being drawn away from your alignment with your spirit and with yourself. And that comes in with a specific lesson, right? That by being drawn away from who you really are, you learn about who you are and you come back to that. So the demon card, yeah, it's got the words like mischief on here. Mischief, consequences. So, you know, it can be playful and fun, and seem, you know, these kind of things that feel like, oh, you know, I'll just do this once, or it's okay to just kind of try this out. And deep down, you have this knowing that those kind of things are actually really gonna not empower you in the future and can actually have really big consequences, even though it feels like just a little thing or like just a little deviation. Actually, those build up, or even that one thing can snowball into a really big situation. So being drawn to be aware of those kind of influences going on internally, or other people, you know, it could be other people like trying to tempt you to do things that you internally just know are not really right. The owl is clarifying this. With deception and wisdom, the owl is all about being able to see in the dark and see at night. You know, it has these huge eyes and it can move its head round so wide. So it's like you're able to see into the kind of the mists and the darkness and the depth and see the truth. This is the kind of opportunity you have with the situation at the moment, is to be able to see the truth, see where spirit wants you to go, to feel the temptations, to feel the pull of the ego, or of the just of the slight path off. I feel for some of you, it's not like a big thing. It's not like this huge, you know, dramatic evil thing you're supposed to be doing, you're being tempted to do. It's just these little things that come in. It can be like, you know, oh, go on, just one more drink, or, you know, one cigarette won't hurt. That is that kind of thing where it's like just these little things that can kind of just pull you into something else. In terms of what you're letting go of, okay, so this is interesting. We've got the devil as major arcana. So obviously it's this attachment to the physical, to the 3D, to possession, to ownership, to being drawn into operating from fear or from lack. You know, it's that kind of energy. You're being asked to let go of those. Okay. What is interesting is, so we've also got the Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups as things to let go of. The Two of Wands is all about making a choice, and it's about letting go of something in order to let spirit in. I feel like this for you could be to do with relationship. So because we've got the Two of Wands and the Ten of Cups, I feel like it's drawing your awareness to your attachment within relationships specifically. So it may be you are drawn to particular people or particular situations where you're involved. You know, I don't necessarily mean romantic relationship, but just can be friendships or family, where you're drawn into the same repetitive behavior or habitual way of being, way of expressing yourself, and to be aware of where you don't uphold your boundaries or uphold your sense of who you really are and what's important to you, and you kind of let that slip in order to fit in with certain people or be part of something. And it's not that it's not okay to do that and to allow yourself to merge into a group or whatever, but it's about upholding yourself within that and not letting go of who you are and what you stand for. So this again could be situations where people are trying to draw you into doing something that doesn't feel comfortable, and this can also be like a whole relationship. So it could be a whole friendship or a family member who isn't a good influence on you, and it's time to be really aware of that and aware of the impact it has on you and reflect on that and let it go. So it is saying there is a relationship or a group of people or a relationship to something that you need to let go of right now. So in terms of what you're stepping into, to maybe help you clarify what that is, we've got Shining Lotus. This is all about stepping into your spiritual power, about not being afraid to show your heart and your essence, and particularly in a spiritual manner. So it may be just how you express yourself or what your life choices are. For example, if you like, this is one of my experiences, is I wanted to give up drinking alcohol, because I realised the detrimental effect it was having for me personally, and that I didn't actually need it. There were other ways that I could have that same access to relaxation and fun and enjoyment in a different way. But it's very difficult in particular social situations to not just go with it and be part of it, but actually stepping into that place is really important for me as part of my spirituality, because it opens up my spirituality. When I kind of cut out alcohol, then my connection to spirit and life and expansion into, for example, dreaming, lucid dreaming, I do a lot, or just being able to focus, meditate, bring in joy, manifestation, that kind of stuff. When I'm drinking, it's like I can't access that stuff so easily. So it's a very spiritual choice, and allowing myself to express myself, that is part of my choice on this life path. So it could be something like that, or your own thing completely. Yeah, I mean, share below if you're willing to. Then do share below, like, what you're choosing, the choices you're making, or what you're battling with, because there may be people who have got the similar kind of struggles, and you can share that with them or with me, and we support each other in expanding into the divinity that we know we are and that we want to express in this life. And we also have Commander Ashtar, which is all about leadership. And so it's becoming a leader for who you are and who you want to be in this life, and who you want to express yourself as a divine being, because we are all unique in how we are divine. And so it's really important to listen to what we need for ourselves, because we don't know the impact that's going to have on other people as well, who are then going to observe that and be aware of that, and you become a leader without even knowing it, just because you're choosing to act from where you want to. We also have Indie, and I feel like, so this is again what you're expanding into. Indie is a fairy being who is actually in a state of indecision and who is needing to make a choice. I feel like it's about, it's just a reminder about finding balance and not being too harsh on yourself. That even if you decide that you need to move away from something, leave something out, cut something out, it doesn't, if you can't do it with like a chop like that, it's okay. It's like you're just moving into that space. And so it may take some time. You see the different balls. It's like underneath there is this figure. I'm so far away from the camera, I'm trying to stretch. There's this like face underneath, and it's like squashing down that kind of gremlin. But there's still some movement and indecision at the top. So it may take some time to move into exactly what you want to do. There may be some, moving backwards and forwards, but just knowing that you're on the path and you're moving in the right direction. And we also have, is what you're moving into, the fairy who's kissed by the pixies. And I love this card. If this is to do with relationship, then be absolutely certain that moving out of this relationship is going to bring in absolute giddy pleasure and love and delight. Or cutting out whatever it is just going to bring you joy. This card is all about feeling. It's like feeling, that feeling of I just got kissed. It's like this really cute, like giddy, excited, playful feeling, and it's going to bring in this like I want to say the childlike innocence and fun and creativity and just joy. It's just pleasure and joy and delight in life. So whatever you're leaving behind is going to bring in this kind of energy. Okay, I think that was really clear, right, guys? So please comment and leave any comments. Comment and leave any comments. Leave any comments below. I'd love to hear like your story, how it connects. It really helps me with the readings and tuning into a collective, so I can fine tune it. And please like or subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more videos from me. Press the bell button, you'll get notifications. Or you can book a personal reading below if you want some personal advice in your situation. Okay, thank you, group number 1. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Okay, hi. Group number 2. Ring the bell. Nice. Okay, let's see what's going on for you guys. So, I'll go through the cards and then I'll explain them all. So we've got the Untamed. This is from the Crystal Mandala Oracle. Goddess Freya and Amber. We have the Fire Fairy, Creative Action and Optimism. And Stairs and Ladders. Okay, I see where this is going. This is all about your purpose. In terms of what you're letting go, we've got the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Strength card from the Morgan Greer Tarot. And then we have as the what you're growing into, expanding into. Blessings of the Moon Maiden, Sisters of the Rising Sun, Holy Amethyst Divine Alchemy, the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose, and Arval Parrot from the Fairy Oracle. Okay, right. So for you guys, I feel this is really all about work and about moving into your life purpose. So where you're going, stairs and ladders, essentially you're climbing up, you're moving up, you're moving into a new state of being in terms of your expression in the world and who you are in the world. With the Untamed card here, it's like you are being asked to step up and step out of the constraints of society, the constraints of your mind, the idea of how things should be or how they're meant to be, and step into a place which is more authentic to who you are, more unique, more directly connected to your essence and your soul purpose. And the Fire Fairy, Creative Action Optimism, is exactly this. It's about being creative and opening your mind to new ideas of what you are meant to be, who you're meant to be, and what you're sharing with the world. With the Untamed card as well, it is this wildness, this ability to let go of who you think you're supposed to be, and listen into what you just want to be, like what your heart is just craving, and to do that without judgment, without having expectation of, and this is really important, of things like it has to be spiritual, it has to be doing good. Whatever your passion is, whatever you want to deliver to life, when it comes from your soul, it's going to do that anyway. So you don't need to put limits in. And I'm saying that because I know this is it tends to be a spiritual community listening to these readings, and quite easily, and I know I've done it in the past where I'm like, I have to be a good person and do what I'm supposed to do in the world. And actually, when you just start doing what you love, it brings about this amazing connections, or brings about just joy or whatever it is, just because you're happy doing what you're doing. And it just comes through you. It just comes through. You don't need to plan that it's going to be good for people, I want to say, okay? And there's, it's very much, this is very much about this fire energy. You can see with the colours, this like orange gold, it's like all the way through. And this is fire. This is about passion, about creativity, desire. What do you desire? What do you love? What do you what makes you feel playful and have fun and just enjoy living, that kind of thing, moving into that kind of space. This is why, whatever situation you're in at the moment, this is why it's going on, is because it's asking you to step into that place. In terms of letting go. So with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like this is letting go of this heaviness, of things taking a long time, of things being like so like monotonous, like this kind of snail's pace, like waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen. It's about leaving that behind, but also leaving behind this very, very fast fire energy. So it's like it's leaving behind this kind of impulsive, rash, without thinking, just doing it kind of energy. And with the two of these, it's like about finding balance, because we've got the Strength card as the major arcana in what you're letting go of. And what I feel actually this is saying is that you need to be strong in terms of moving this forward, that it might not happen really quickly, but you've got to keep moving things forward and not let it drag or take a really long time. It's like it's been long enough now, you've been waiting long enough now. It's time to let go of the kind of the waiting, the heaviness, or the kind of like just acting impulsively. It's like, okay, make a real plan. Make it very grounded. You need to have the ideas and the inspiration and the creativity, but you need action steps. Okay, what am I going to do this week to move this forward? What am I going to do in the next 2 weeks, the next month, the next 6 months? Where do I want to be in a year's time with this? Having that kind of plan and then taking the action. And then also, when you're setting yourself goals and targets with where you want to get to, it's about expanding your expectation, stretching what you want to do, but also having it feel believable and achievable. Because if you set yourself a goal, and I don't want to limit anyone's ideas of what they can achieve in life, but if you set it so big that actually inside you don't really feel you can do it, then you're just blocking yourself from being able to move forward into it. So it's about bringing it back a little bit. And I love Bridget Nielsen, who's a spiritual coach on YouTube. She's got lots of free videos, and I'm talking about this because I just saw a video that she made a couple of months ago. I think it was a couple of months ago, about manifestation, and it's all about this, getting things the right distance from you. Because quite often it's very easy for us to have this like dream, or I want to live in this beautiful big house, and I want to earn £1 million or whatever it is. But actually inside, we're kind of battling with that, and we can't fully accept it because we don't fully believe it. So it's bringing it back and saying, okay, well, I just want to live in a house that's got a really nice view, or I want to live in a house that's really near my friends, whatever it is. It's like expanding, balancing your expectations. It's about getting the perception right. In terms of what you're moving into, we've got, so the Sisters of the Sun Rising. This is very much about collaboration. And we also have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. So there's two cards here which are about working in partnership and working in teams. So it's quite possible that what you want to do is going to be really benefited by working with other people. It may be that you want to work in a team with other people, or maybe you just want some assistance and some help. But either way, this is real confirmation that doing that is going to be very, very powerful for you. Like working as a team and as community, you're increasing the energy and the expansion that's possible from what you're making, what you're doing, and what you want to create. And it's also about being able to find this balance between working with other people so that you're not in competition, but that you are complementing each other and you are boosting each other up to rise, excuse me, to both rise into where you want to be, or everyone rises to where their potential is, and you can support each other in doing that. With the divine director, it's I feel this is just telling me it's about life purpose, and that also says divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Happiness is your purpose. So things that bring you joy and happiness. I think I went into that already. But also that you are the divine director. You are being helped by spirit at the moment. It's like now is the time. And I feel that with the blessings of the moon maiden, it's all about cycles. So I feel like this cycle is coming around where it's now time for you to do this. Like it's now the right time, and you're being supported by spirit to move forward. So when you can relax and let go of needing to control every detail and allow spirit to help you as well, then that's also going to be really empowering. So allow for that in your plan. Allow for spirit to bring through opportunities, and be open and aware to them, and be flexible with how you're going to move forward, because it allows in all this other magic to happen. And then we also have Arval Parrot. This is all about communication. Doesn't have to be vocal. It can be, visual, energetic, but it's about expressing yourself and communicating it. So I feel like communicating what you want to do is going to be really powerful. So this may be having conversations with other people, sparking ideas. What do you think about this? I was thinking about doing this. And just getting some kind of opinions and some ideas, or just to your purpose might be about expression, about communication, about expanding something. You might want to start a channel, YouTube channel, and it's about it's time to do that. It's time to express yourself. It's time to step into someone who is communicating with the world about their dreams, their passions, or what they want to create. Okay, number 2, I think that was pretty clear. Yes, so do let me know below how that resonated, or what your plan is. What's your project? Like, what do you want to do? And if you want any support with that as well, communicate here, right? Because this is a space for another community to support you, okay? And if you like my videos, please like, thumbs up, or subscribe and press the bell button so that you get notifications when I make new videos. And otherwise, just thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to speaking to you again another time. Or you can get a personal reading from me. If you want more guidance, then go below. I love doing soul purpose readings. So if you're interested, follow the link below and you can book a private reading. Okay, thank you so much, group number 2. Hi, group number 3. Thank you for tuning in. I've got your little bird here, and let's have a look and see what is going on in this situation. So, in terms of the purpose, we have the inner queen, goddess Persephone, and Ruby. I have to stretch really far forward to show you the cards, but it's very beautiful, so I want you to see that. We have the Merlin, alchemy, justice, and balance. And we have I, understanding, perception, communication, intuition. Okay. In terms of what you need to let go, we've got some tarot. We've got the 4 of Wands. We've got the 10 of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. And what you're growing into, we have the Piper. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. The Ivory Swan Goddess. And Princess of the Autumn Harvest. Okie dokie. So the purpose of the situation you're in at the moment, why is it happening? This is very much about you stepping into this space of discernment and understanding. So you are in the process of becoming, and this is for men or women, but becoming connected to your inner queen, your divine feminine nature. So this is all about stepping into being able to trust your intuition, trust your internal guidance, being able to listen and respond and be aware of what's going on around you and assimilating it and balancing it within you. It's being able to like this card. I feel connected to like the High Priestess card, if you know in tarot, the Empress card. It's this throne, like being in this throne and being in this space of alignment, so that you can listen to your own judgment and insight. I really feel like for you guys, it's like you might be having like a third eye activation or crown activation, and things are going to be like really coming through for you. So it's about being able to sit and listen, meditation, and being able to channel through the information that wants to come through to you from spirit. And with the Merlin, again, this is like the magician card in tarot, and it's like this it's connection to the elements and being able to draw on the elements. I really feel like this potential for manifestation from the mind, from expansion and awareness of the mind, because the eye as well, it's all about the insight, and the third eye. Look at that eye is so powerful. So being able to absorb like the sight of God, I'm feeling actually like it's hard to speak, because I'm receiving so much information, and I feel like this is what's going on for you at the moment, is that you like all this energy wants to come into your crown and into your third eye and just blow you open. It's like it just wants to rip off like a mask, like rip off a blindfold and just pull back this new ability to see, and to have understanding of where you are. Like the situation you're in at the moment is doing that. Whatever the situation is about helping you have a wider perception of who you are, what you're meant to be doing, what your path is. It's like everything. It's just all this a huge flood of information that wants to come through. In terms of what you're letting go of, so you've likely been through some challenges, some difficult times with the Ten of Swords. With the Ten of Swords as being what you're letting go of, I feel like if you've been in a really difficult situation, it's like you're really leaving the heavy pain behind you, and you're moving into a much lighter time. You've got some really great blessings coming in, and Spirit is really supporting you. So it's about leaving behind this I want to say for some of you, it is like this stabbed in the back feeling. I don't always get it with this card, but I am feeling like some kind of inflicted pain, some kind of wound. It's like you're letting that go. I think through this new insight, you're letting go of some heaviness or some pain around some kind of like relationship interaction with someone. It's something that's really hurt you. And it's like that's going now. You're letting that go with this new insight and with this ability to perceive. Okay, it's allowing you to perhaps forgive yourself, forgive someone else. We also have the Knight of Swords. So this is about letting go of erratic behavior, erratic thinking. The Knight of Swords is very kind of rushing around and just saying and talking about going to do this, going to do that, shooting in here, let's do that, let's do this, but it's completely ungrounded, and it actually kind of just falls apart, and it's he's a very kind of flighty knight, unable to kind of commit and to ground and to solidify what he really wants, because it's not really thinking about it, it's just ideas or chat. So you're leaving that behind. Okay, so if that could be you I'm describing, or it could be someone you know, and it's like letting go of that. For some of you, this is letting go of a relationship with that kind of person, with this combination of cards. It's like maybe a painful ending of what you thought was going to be very successful and very celebratory and joyful, but actually wasn't, ended up being very painful. For some of you, it's like you're letting that go, you're leaving that behind with this new insight. And for some of you as well, you're going to be letting go of the idea of what you want. You're having a new perception about what makes you happy and what you really desire. Because with the Four of Wands, this is all about the kind of manifestation. With the number 4, it's about the grounding, the foundation, bringing into reality your passion, your desire, the fire energy, and you're letting that go. So it might be that you are also, or as well as, letting go of your idea of what you think or what you thought was your passion, what you thought was your desire, what you thought made you happy, but actually ended up bringing a lot of pain. And it's like letting go of that way of being and moving into that we're moving into now. So we've got the Piper. So the Piper, I love that this has come through with these other cards, because the Piper is all about wordless communication. It's like a calling. It's like telepathy. It's just this. You see, he's playing the pipes. So the Piper is playing the pipes. So it's like this vibration, this sound, this music, and it's like you're being called to this music, and something is like quite haunting or melodic or just luring. I want to say alluring even. This could be another relationship that's like luring you into something that feels just, you can't maybe put words to it, you maybe can't express it out loud what it is or what you're feeling, but you can just feel yourself being drawn in, and it's like you have this new perception of what you want, and you're just feeling this call. And because you've got Archangel Michael, trust in heaven, so it's like you're being guided by the angels, by the universe, by your spirit guides. You're being guided by all the unconscious forces, not unconscious, unseen forces, and through your unconscious, you're being guided towards what you want. And it's really, really great, because you have the Princess of the Autumn Harvest, and this is all about a bounty. This is like reaping the fruit. If you can see, she's like dancing with all this beautiful, rich, vibrant, like food, or flowers, not food, it's flowers. Anyway, I was seeing food. I want to see it's like ripe, ripe food that's just ready to be plucked and to be eaten and consumed. Some of you, this is relationship, okay? Getting that feeling, and quite what do I want to say? Quite lusty, quite just quite sensual, sexual, sensual. So you're being blessed with this experience. So if it's not that person, it's just about your sense of being in life, or your or even your connection to yourself. That you're moving into this bounty. You're receiving a gift. This card is receiving what you've been working for, what you've been working towards. This is the autumn. You've spent the time birthing things, planting things, growing things, nurturing things, and now it's time to reap it. Now it's time to pluck the fruit from the tree, the flowers from the garden. Now it's time to dance in these flowers. So you're receiving a blessing that's coming in. And the Ivory Swan Goddess, this is reminding you, this card is a reminder of your purity, a reminder of your spiritual essence, that is who you are, that you are pure. Okay, so if you've been through stuff with this kind of energy or this kind of person, it's just a reminder that is just part of the journey, that is just part of who you are and your expression and your experience, and it's all taking you to who you're meant to be, or who you really are. and it's no sign, it's no what's the word? It's not an indicator of that you were wrong, or that you did something wrong, or that you were I don't know, what's the word I'm trying to find? I think you get the picture. I think you get the idea. It's just like you are pure being. Okay, you are a spiritual being, and it's like let go of all of that kind of pain, those ideas, and the anxiety about like the conflict about what you've done, what you've said, what you've like. There's something that I'm just picking up on something or somebody who's just like got this kind of idea that what they've been through is somehow makes them a bad person. And, there are never bad people. There are bad actions, there are bad choices, there are things that you ideally shouldn't do. But what this is saying about whatever you're thinking about is just part of the process. Okay, it's part of the learning, it's part of the growth. It's allowing for this expansion, and it's come up within this because it's about being able to give you this insight and this understanding, and come into this place of trust with intuition and spirit and purity. Okay. So, group number 3, very much about trusting your spirit. I mean, these 5 cards or 6 cards are all about trusting your intuition, trusting in the unseen, trusting in spirit, in your, like, what's just moving you, like something is just moving you, and whatever that is going to be your harvest, is going to be your bounty. Okay, so let go of whatever this was or is, and without any sense of shame or guilt. Okay, all right. Thank you, group number 3, for tuning in. If you like my readings, please comment. Commenting really helps. Liking, subscribing, or you can book a personal reading with me. And I look forward to speaking to you again another time. Hi, group number 4. I love the sound of this bell. It's kind of a little bit clunky, but something really pretty about it. Anyway, enough with the bell. Okay, let's see what's going on for you. What is the purpose of your situation? Purification. Okay. Angel Lahabiel and Black Tourmaline. Okay. And we have the Cow, which is about nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. And we have the Earth, fertility, feminine, regeneration, unconscious. In terms of what you're letting go of, we've got the Knight of Cups, the Tower, and the 5 of Swords. Okay. And what you're expanding into, we have Mother Fierce, Radha, Soul Flame, and the Feline. Okay, what is going on for you guys? Okay, so the purpose of the situation you're currently in. So number 1, purification is fairly clear, right? It's about being able to let go, about being able to identify what is toxic. That when this card comes up, it's saying there is something toxic in your life. There is something that is, it's stirring things up. It's like, it's alchemy in a negative sense, in the sense that some kind of connection or some kind of interaction or action is creating a bad vibe, essentially. It's just, but I want to say more than that. I actually feel like it's something quite powerfully toxic. So it could be creating a real lack of self, lack of connection to self, or like shame, guilt, fear. Like I'm connecting. If this is very specific, I'm connecting with someone or a group of people who are just really being. They need to be aware that they're being drawn, or they have been in a situation which is really bringing out the toxicity even within them, so that it's kind of been like coming out and expanding into it. So this situation is all about realizing that, becoming aware of it, and releasing it. And then we also have the cow and earth, and they're very similar in a sense that they are about abundance and about connection to nature and the abundance of nature and the haven of nature. When when we have something toxic within us that we want to get rid of, I mean, me personally, I always ask the earth to take it. You can ask heaven or spirit. For me, it's always the earth, because I don't know why. I just feel like the earth can absorb it and transform it for me somehow. I feel like she's the one. But you can also give it to the angels or give it to heaven. But I do feel like maybe for people watching now, something about connecting to the earth is going to be really important in terms of releasing and letting go. So it could be some kind of ritual where you are physically putting something into the earth, burying something, burning something. Even like yourself, like burying your feet in the earth, like putting you need to ground, put your feet directly, bare feet directly on the ground, on the soil or the sand or the grass, whatever it is, directly connecting and asking spirit or asking Mother Earth to draw out the toxin from your body, to like pull it out and purify you and to transform it. And be thankful and grateful to the earth, and you can give a gift. So you can give something of value. So it can be, it's shamanic. Traditionally, it's like chocolate or alcohol, tobacco, money, that kind of thing. Like burying something, giving something to the earth, burning a candle, that kind of stuff. And actually asking for it to be pulled from you and purified. And then also what this is also saying is this situation, the purpose of it is by purifying and removing the toxin, you're going to allow in new abundance and new fertility, and make sure you ask for it. Asking for whatever it is. There's something painful to let go of, I feel. Allowing yourself to be refilled by heaven, by spirit, by the earth, by the elements, and make sure you ask for that, and then allow yourself to receive it. So I feel like the purpose of your situation is very much about is about this awareness and this cleansing, but also refilling. Okay, so it's like a whole cycle. It's quite a big process. This could be at the end of a big process you've just been through, and it's about wrapping it up now and closing it and ending it and purifying it, so that it's really cleared, okay, and clearing the air, clearing the space. Clear the air is what I say, clear the air. Maybe you also want to physically clean your home and like clear out any old stuff, just like creating space, physical space in your home, space in your wardrobe, space in your mind, it's clearing things out, allowing new space, okay? And in terms of what you're letting go of, we've got the Knight of Cups, which to me suggests a person. So for many of you watching, it may be like a lover, an ex-lover, or a relationship, just someone you care about, or someone you have cared about. Definitely someone who you've loved, who you've felt connected with, that you are being asked by spirit, because this is always by spirit, to let go of this person, okay, and to let them go. Because we have the Tower card, which is all about divine intervention, breaking something down that wasn't stable, that wasn't right. And I feel like for many of you, it's letting go of a toxic relationship or a toxic person from your life. And I feel like this is going to be painful, okay? There's going to be pain in it, because I do feel like even if this person or situation had toxic elements, there was still a lot of love, or is still a lot of love and care in the situation. But there are, there are things that can be taken from it. You can see the swords he's taking with him. He's leaving stuff behind and taking things with him. The swords of truth. So there are truths, there are lessons, there are things that have been learned, and there are perhaps also memories and ideas and thoughts that also are really rich from the situation, which maybe, if it was a completely toxic situation, it's just, the awareness and truth of how you entered that situation in the first place, what the process was, or what it was about, what you learned, is that kind of thing. But for some, it can also be just, the ending of a relationship that actually was, it's the Knight. If this was the King or the Queen of Cups, I would say it was, a very established, solid, long-term connection. With the Knight of Cups, I feel like it's more a romance. It's a romantic idea. For some of you, it could just be an idea, a romantic notion that's collapsed, or a relationship that felt very romantic, but actually was toxic. Okay. In terms of what you're expanding into, so with Mother Fierce, this is about you stepping into a place of ferocity. Okay, let me show you the card. Kuan Yin. This is Kuan Yin. Compassion. She's compassionate, right? She's absolute love and compassion, but she is also not afraid to roar, to fight. And when this card comes up, obviously it suits the situation. It's to do with toxicity. It's to do with needing to set boundaries is the main thing. It's about creating healthy boundaries for yourself and not being drawn into conflict, drawn into petty behaviors, being drawn into gossip, or even like manipulation of others, jealousy. It's like the stuff can be going, when this card comes up, it's usually there's stuff going on around you that is still, this toxic energy is still, I want to say like mischievous, but not in a nice way, in a kind of like, from an ego place. I want to get what I want. I want to make what I want happen. So when this card comes up, it's just, you need to step into this power and into this place of setting those boundaries so that you are not influenced by them or by others. Also, for some people, this isn't for everyone. I've just got a specific messages for like one person or a few people, is to be aware of the use of black magic. Okay, for some people, there may be some kind of slightly underhand rituals or spells that have been cast to influence a situation, binding spells, like mind spells, or voodoo, even like voodoo. I don't, like, this isn't for everyone. I think this might even just be one person I'm connecting with, and it's not to freak out about it, it's just to be aware that that may be going on, and just to check you clear that in your field, and to just do clearing rituals, and to make declarations. Okay, so if you feel like something like that might be going on, you just need to make declarations like, I do not give permission for an object to be an object to represent me. I'm not really making this up on the spot. There's like, just like, I do not give permission for someone else to influence me using magic. Okay, just making those declarations and clearing your energy field, making sure you cut cords attachment cords with people. You can Google, there's loads of videos on that kind of stuff. You can wear things like black tourmaline or dark crystals because they absorb negativity. Make sure you cleanse them and purify them regularly, and then they can absorb that. Okay. So that's not for everyone. There's like a little bit of threatening kind of energy there. But for most of you, it's just about just remembering to stay in your heart space and in your compassion and in your wisdom and in your love within that situation, so that you're not impacted by it. So even if that stuff, you feel like that stuff is going on around you, just still sending them forgiveness, sending them love, purifying, just purify, just purify. Okay. What else are you expanding into? So we have to do this one first. We've got the feline. Feline is about wrapping up loose ends, tying up loose ends. You can see this creature, so far away from his camera. You can see this creature, the feline. It's a lion, right? What kind of lion does this look like? Look at his wings. It's a fairy lion. Look at its muscle. You know, it's wounded. It's like had this like punch in the stomach, and it's like lost its strength, and it's you know, mad and kind of skulking. It's all about wrapping up loose ends, but it's about this kind of exhaustion. I'm also feeling that this particular lion has had the wind knocked out of them, and has, you know, like the life force drawn out of them. You know, with this, I really don't like talking about this kind of stuff, but you know, it's what's coming through is this kind of narcissistic energy, which pulls life force from you, especially if you're an empathic person. Then it's like this, just this draining, you know, a draining of who you are. And the other message that comes with this Kuan Yin card is that you are seen. You know, if for some people, you know, it's hard to express that or explain that, you know, that energetic sense of having something taken from you in that way. It's very hard to speak to people about it sometimes. But you are seen, okay? So spirit sees you. I see you. Like the universe sees what's happened to you and what you've been through, and there is witness, okay? It's being seen. It's not, you're not on your own with it. And it's not, you know, it's not okay for that to have happened, essentially. It's not okay. And this is why you need to set your boundaries and to purify. Okay. But good news. Ring the bell. Good news. So what you're moving into, we've got soul flame, Radha soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. So for some of you, Radha soul flame is a twin flame of what's it called? Shiva. I think she's one of the embodiments of Shakti, I think. But I don't know that, you know, the whole philosophy so well. But I know she represents twin flame relationship. So, or if that's not your thing, just a soulmate, you know, just or a very deep connection. This could be with yourself. For some of you, this may be just about reconnecting with who you really are, with your fire, like your inner fire coming back, your inner strength coming back. You're going to leave this guy behind. You know, to start with, you might be taking a bit of a punch with whatever you're doing, whatever's happening. But you're going to be receiving this fire, Mother Fierce and the flame here. It's gonna come back in and refuel you, okay? And also relationship harmony and healing. So there's going to be healing in this situation. Spirit supporting you in healing this and allowing for new flowers, new blossoming, new light, this kind of new beauty coming in, or this new connection coming in. And you will, okay, relationship harmony. I feel even with the person, or people that you're dealing with who are having a negative influence, or yourself, you will come into harmony with them. Okay, it's going to come around and it's going to reharmonize so that you feel at peace with them, and you're able to, whether it's you're going to be directly communicating with them or not, either way, you're going to be able to be in harmony with that situation or with that person, and it's going to be healed. Okay, that situation is going to be healed, but you need to look after yourself right now and first. And for some of you, this is about new relationships. So if you've left a very toxic relationship, or you're moving out of it, it's like this is because potentially you're moving into a twin flame relationship. For some of you, that you need to leave behind this this soul teacher, soul learner that you've been with, and move into your divine relationship with your divine counterpart. That's what some of you are going to be doing. For some of you, it's just you're going to move into a soulmate relationship, into a relationship with someone who is very harmonious, who is going to be supportive and nourishing and beneficial to you, and not have this suck, this draw. Okay, you're going to be nourished by it. Healed. It's a relationship that's going to be healing that you're going to move into, and you need to make space for that, right? Okay. All right. 101. Group number 4. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like my videos, please like them, and thumbs up, and subscribe, press the bell button if you want to see more from me, and you can book a private reading with me below if you want to go into something in more depth or need some support, or comment and let me know about the situation you're in. And I like interacting with people, so you can share your story if you want to with me, and I will read and reply to your comments. So thank you for tuning in, and I hope to speak to you again soon, and sending lots of love and to you. Have a great week or day or whatever. Bye.